Hello and a warm welcome to you from the Bukit Jalil National Stadium in Kuala Lumpur as Malaysia take on Singapore in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2012. It's day 2 of the competition, and matches in Southeast Asia don't come much bigger than this one. Massive rivalry between the two countries, given their history. Of course, they used to be one nation. And over 40 years ago, Singapore separated from Malaysia, and there's been massive rivalry since. Normally pretty good-natured, but I think the official today, Valentin Kovalenko, will have quite a lot on his hands. The build-up to this game has been frenetic. As always, before the start of the match, we'll have the two national anthems. Yes, great atmosphere here at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. It fits over 100,000, not quite that number today, as you can see from the upper tiers, but a good noise indeed. And there's the Malaysian team. Only problem they're missing is S. Subramani, one of their top defenders, and that's been the reason why they've let him some easy, soft goals in the recent friendlies. For Singapore, well, 7 of the team play together in their Lions 12 squad, who take part in the Malaysia Super League, so they know each other very, very well. And of course, the oldest player ever to play in this competition, 42-year-old Alexander Duric. But I tell you what, he still bangs in the goals in the domestic league. So there are your officials: Valentin Kovalenko, the referee, the Uzbek assistants, Rafael Ilyasov and Saidi Ali Nazdin from Iran, with Bahraini Ali Hassan Ibrahim, the 4th official. They're the two captains, Safiq Rahim from Malaysia and Shahril Ishak from Singapore, who's been fantastic for the Lions 12 team. And they've been in the Malaysia Super League, came second in that competition, and runners-up, or semi-finals rather, in the Malaysia Cup. There's Radi Abramovic, the Serbian coach of Singapore. His opposite number, Dato' K. Rajagopal, who has done fantastic things with this team. Took them to the title in the last edition. Malaysia are the defending champions, but recent results have been poor. And I tell you what, the rivalry is so intense at times that often it's based on not whether they win the title or not, but whether they can beat the opposition across the causeway. Singapore, I think many of the Singapore fans will be quite happy to see that they're fielding a largely Singapore-born team today. In recent years, of course, Singapore infamous in Southeast Asia for fielding plenty of what they call foreign talent. And that's come under a lot of criticism from many of the other Southeast Asian nations, though interestingly enough, both Indonesia and Philippines have started to follow suit. Malaysia playing in all blue, and white, going from left to right. Singapore in red, going from right to left. No major suspensions or injuries for either side, except for, I said, S. Subramaniam. That's a poor start. Mustafik Faruddin's ball. Chock full of talent this side. They will be posing a real threat. Keep an eye out for Khairul Amri, the number 19, who plays behind, just behind Alexander Duric. There's Haris Harun, who's a real talent for the Singapore side, and one that's been targeted for a stint overseas. Shahril Ishak there, getting caught with the ball. The pitch looks pretty heavy, doesn't it? It's been a downpour in Southeast Asia this time of year. It's the monsoon, a very strange time to be having a major football tournament, but they always seem to have it at the end of the year. There was a foul on Shahril Ishak, but play on. Cleared away by Safwan Baruddin, who's a fantastic natural talent in defence. Shahril Ishak fails to clear. It's a good, vibrant start from Singapore. Shadon Sulaiman there in your picture. Naturally talented, gifted player. Headed away by Mohamed Fadli. Yes, much of this squad retained. Some of them, they've lost some of their star players. Some of them also have been included for this squad, the defending champions. There's Khairul Amri. Haris Harun on the ball. Shahril Ishak, well, I thought he won that. Yes, just to correct myself, there are 3 foreign-born players playing for Singapore today. Xu Jie from China. Alexander Duric, who was born in Serbia. Also Mustafik Faruddin, born in Serbia as well, of Bosnian ethnicity. I've been inside this Bukit Jalil Stadium. It's an immense atmosphere when you have it at full house, and even now I reckon it's about 60% full, so you've got about 60,000 people in there, which is about the capacity of Singapore's national stadium when that was around. Of course, rebuilding that into a $1 billion sports hub, which will be ready in 2014, will fit around the same number, 55 to 60,000. Harris, always cool on the ball. Here's Shahril Ishak. Nice little trickery from him. Should get a free kick. Foul from Aidil Zakwan, or Zafwan rather. Yes, nice trickery there from Kamri Amri, who's a very good player, but injury prone. Now, first real test possibly for Khairul Fahmi, the Malaysian #1. He's a bit of a superstar in this part of the world. Oh, that's come nicely. Safwan Baradin couldn't control it, slipped over the penalty box. This is where Singapore's strength lie in their set pieces. Didn't quite come off there. A moment of danger for Malaysia. Another free kick. These are soft ones to give away. Gone for the back post. Shujai lofting that high. I have to correct myself again, by the way. Just the two foreign players. Alexandrovich on the bench. So Shujai, Daniel Bennett, and Alexander and Mustafik Faruddin. Daniel Bennett, born in the UK, but has spent almost his entire life in Singapore. Has played in the English leagues as well. Malaysia have hardly touched the ball so far. It's lofted forward again. Shahril Ishak comes forward. I didn't see too much wrong with that. He tussled with Mohamed Fadli. I don't think Radhi can believe it either. This is his last tournament with the club. He's been with them for a very long time. Since 2003, 9 years in international management. I think many people would call that quite a long time. But he's been successful. 2 AFF championships. Perhaps the feeling is that he may have just gone a little bit stale, need fresh ideas. That's a lovely ball from Ishak. It's cut out well by Bunyamin. Here's Shahril Ishak, who's got a great delivery with his left foot. Back to Sharan Sulaiman. They play little short passes at times. Oh, that's a missed kick from Izwan Mahmud, who was put under pressure by Safi Salih. The ball bobbled as well, which didn't help Izwan. He's a small man, but a giant between the posts. Really has come into his own, taking over from Lionel Lewis, who is Singapore's undisputed #1. Who had to actually fight it out with Hassan Sani. Singapore blessed with good keepers. And there you go at the near post. First chance of the game really falls to Malaysia. Shahril on the byline. I think a little too easy the way he got past Shahril Ishak. And then Safwan. It's not the best clearance from Khairul Amri. Trying desperately to clear here. They will get a goal kick. So Malaysia registering their first effort. Shahril is often thought of as the linchpin here. A little bit less high profile than Safi Salih. But it was interesting to read that S. Subramaniam rates him very, very highly. A man who unfortunately will not be playing. Yes, Kunanlan. He's got immense speed as well. Loves to take on players down the bend of the veteran. Seen it all before. They would dearly love to get a record 4th title, just like Thailand. Singapore are the joint most successful side in this tournament. 3 titles each. Won this in 1998, 2004-05, and in 2007. Ismail Mahmoud under pressure again, but he clears well this time. Mohamed Fadli. That's Shafiq Rahim. It's a poor pass. Shahril Ishak gets ahead on it to Shahril Ishak. Generally a very young team, and then you look at the likes of Alexander Duric. Safwan Baradin is exactly half his age. Amazing. 42 years of age. I'm not sure how many internationals there are currently playing at that age. Remember Dino Zoff did it for Italy and won the World Cup. I think many people remember Roger Miller as well, around that age, playing for Cameroon in the couple of World Cups in the 90s. That's poor control from Shahril Ishak. You said that about oh, that's a lovely bit of skill by Noor Shahril. By Haki, takes him out. I don't think it's quite as bad as Noor Shahril made it out to be. There was a little flick on the shin. Certainly worth a free kick, and the referee, Kovalenko, yet to issue a card. As I said, he will have a busy night tonight. Getting that line done properly, the defensive line. Into the wall. Mustafik will protect the back 4. And you'll have Shahril playing just behind Khairul Amri. Haris Shujai controlling in the middle of the park. Binyamin here. Shahril, he's had plenty of the ball so far. Safi Salih, his higher profile strike partner, been pretty quiet so far. Foul on Shahril Ishak. Last time these two sides met in the Malaysia Football Championships was in the 2007 semi-finals, which Singapore won and, of course, went on to take the title. Of course, a strong sense of familiarity between the two sides. It's the 5th meeting between the two teams in 18 months. Here's Kyle Lumry. Let's have a bit of space if you can. Shajai. Stark contrast to the last time they lined up in previous tournaments, where up to 7 foreign-born players in the starting 11. Barrett in another one that they feel could make it to Europe, perhaps. Well, Shahril again, trying to link up there. That's a poor challenge by Bayhaki, and then Haris Harun. They've got to be careful here, the Singapore players, or they will get a card at some point. Nutmegging Haris Harun, there's no doubt that's a foul. Safik Rahim wants to take this. Will be better than the last effort. Comes off the wall. It will be a corner. Yes, of course, they did play in the World Cup qualifiers in July last year. Singapore won that 5-3 at home. They drew 1-1 in Kuala Lumpur here in this stadium to reach the 3rd round, but Malaysia got revenge and they won the Causeway Challenge, which is a semi-regular cup, I suppose you'd call it, between the two sides. That was June this year. It was a 2-2 draw in Singapore. Malaysia won here 2-0. It was very one-sided, I have to say. Singapore were poor then, but I think they've really improved a lot since then. Raja Gobali, Malaysian coach, said there were going to be few surprises as this team begin the defence of their title. He said, we know their players basically, and we've watched Singapore in most of their friendlies and the games that they have played in Malaysia. It depends on their coach, but I don't think there are a lot of surprises which he's going to throw in tomorrow, which is obviously the preview to this game. It's a poor ball from Farid into Shujai, but Daniel Bennett intercepts. Pinged into the box. It comes nice to Shujai. A little bit scrappy on the edge. An attempt by Mustafik. Mustafik Faridin, 31 years of age now. He's won this title twice. Or rather once before, 2007. Game is settled now. A lot more. Hasn't seen too much of the ball yet. Shahril Ishak. Here's Shadan. Another poor ball in. The other side is really being able to hold on to the ball particularly well at the moment. Taken quickly by Safwan. Here's Shahril Ishak. Haris Harun. Across to Daniel Bennett. Shujai takes the ball instead. Here's Safwan. That's a poor ball from Safwan, which allows Kanadla to intercept, and he's got the pace here. Pulls it back to Shahril. Well, that was very casual from Singapore. All started from a poor pass. Well, Shahril rushing his shot, couldn't get through that sea of red. Mustafik doing just enough. Not happy with that. It's gone Singapore's way, according to Kovalenko. And I think instructions now coming out to the wide players after that interception. Oh, lovely little touch here. Can Shahril Ishak get that? That races away. On his day, he is a deadly forward, full of tricks, Shahril Ishak. Just too many injuries, I'm afraid. Free kick taken by Mohammad Fadli. Raja Gopalan said even if Singapore throw in some surprises, that has gone Malaysia's way, to the delight of the crowd and the surprise of Baihaki. Yes, Raja Gopalan had said even if they throw some surprises, it might have just been the leading into Safi Sali. The most important thing is my team and their focus is on our match against Singapore. We'll be going down to play against them with confidence. Easy one there for the keeper. Oh, lovely control there, Shahril Ishak. trying to thread that ball through. I think it just got caught in a divot, as you can see from Shahril Ishak. He's capable of shifting that ball quickly. So good behind the front man. That's his favoured position. Playmaker as well. False number 9, I think they love to call that. A bit like Shahril for Malaysia. Foul by Mustafik on the number 9 we just spoke about, Shahril. Now that's a yellow card for Haris Harun. I'm not sure what that's for though. Was that for some dissent? That was a silly card because the offence had happened with Mustafik. And it seemed to be all over. I don't know whether Haris may have just shown a bit of dissent there. Silly card, and he's the kind of player who makes challenges. He'll be the holding midfielder. He's got to be careful now. Shujai has to go back by Haki. All the way back to his keeper. Here's one. The crowd doesn't appreciate it. One shot each on goal. That was a clean challenge. Again, it's smashed forward. Kyril. Is that offside? Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely offside. Still very few chances to speak of. Bunyamin with the throw, finds Shahril. Again, there seem to be a lot of aimless balls. Again, lobbed forward by Haki. This falls kindly now. Shujai needs some support in the box. Couldn't release the ball. By the time he did, it was too late. Daniel Bennett goes back to Safwan. That was another mistake that almost led to a half chance here. Ishak trying to muscle his way through. That's a cushioned header, very nicely done from Safwan. Shahril Ishak launches it forward. Kunala now, the man who can really make a difference. Shafiq Rahim, Safi Salih, nice through ball. Was there a foul? Well, if we didn't think there's a foul, then should there be a card? Kovalenko didn't make a decision either way. Well, another long-range effort. This time from Sharan Sulaiman. Lucky bounce for him. Every right to take the shot. Flick on by Safi. Half an hour gone here at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. Malaysia versus Singapore in the AFF Suzuki Cup. It's currently goalless. We've already had a match earlier today, Laos versus Indonesia, a 2-2 thriller. Both teams had a player sent off within minutes of each other. And Laos were on the way to a massive upset. They were 2-1 up with just a minute to go when Indonesia scrambled an equaliser. Heartbreaking Laotian hearts, but it's a good result for these two sides. Already we've had a couple of other, well, a semi-upset, I suppose. Myanmar holding Vietnam to a 1-1 draw. Thailand, well, they had to work for their 2-1 win in the second half in particular. So they're the only team at the moment with 3 points. It'll just serve a warning, though, to Malaysia and Singapore not to take Laos too easy. Again, that's the point I was making earlier, these speculative balls that they're playing. That's better from Mustafik to Harris. Very cool customer. Takes his time with the ball. He seems to have endless time on it. Shahril Ishak, that's a good looking ball. Just needs to finish now. Shahril Ishak, what a ball from him. It's just Shahril Ishak, and that's what he does best. Singapore 1, Malaysia 0. What a goal. It was a fantastic delivery from the left back, right into the path of Shahril Ishak, who finished superbly. And the Singapore fans who've made the trip, absolutely delighted. There's that ball. Pinpoint accuracy. Controlled it. Maybe a lucky bounce for him, but he's not going to miss from there. Shahril Ishak came off his knee at one point, and he finished with his left leg, not his favourite leg. Well, that's what he's great at doing. Confirmation of the scoreline, which sees Singapore a goal up away. They're taking their time to get back for the kickoff, but they're delighted with that. We did say crosses would be one of their real strong points, Singapore. To be honest, they've looked the more balanced of the two teams, more comfortable on the ball, and I think perhaps Malaysia perhaps suffering under the strain of playing at home and also not being in very good form at the moment. Haven't won any of their previous 4 friendly matches. Oh, Shahril Ishak, wonderful turn from him. Not rewarded with anyone getting onto the end of his pass, but he did superbly well. He was pinpointed as the danger man for Singapore. Wasn't much Khairul Fahmi could do. Came off his line, tried to close down the angle, but he picked a spot brilliantly, Shahril Ishak. And here again, the man with the great left foot, Shahril Ishak. This is what Singapore are great at, these set pieces. Well, will he try to go for goal here? That's not great. And why did he punch that out, Khairul Fahmi? Always amazed when keepers decide to do that. It's not a great bit of play there from Singapore. Just 2 shots to 1 so far. Both Shadan Sulaiman and Muhammad Khairul just clashing there, I think knee to knee, shin to shin. That should be a Malaysia throw. Well, it's been given to Singapore. It's not the right call by Kovalenko. Challenge there on Shahril Ishak from Mohammed Zubir. Now, is he okay to deliver this cross? They may not use Shahril Ishak this time. Gonna swing it in. Shadan Sulaiman will take it instead. Oh, that's a poor punch. That's an easy finish. Shahril Ishak with second goal. Poor goalkeeping. Really poor goalkeeping. Khairul Fahmi, what was he thinking? And that's the easiest of finishes for Shahril Ishak. It looked to be cleared off the line. Have another look at this, the keeper. Why didn't he just try to catch it? He misjudged that. It was cleared off the line, but always going to be easy there. Mohammad Fadli did all he could. But the goalkeeper misjudged it. Probably should have tried to catch it. And that's the second time he's tried to punch. And he failed miserably. Cool, calm and collected from Shahril Ishak. He's living up to his reputation here. Loves scoring. Loves scoring in Malaysia, whether it's in the league or at national level. Singapore will be absolutely delighted with this. to be fair, this one Mahmoud has had very little to do. Well, this is a perfect start for Singapore, but they'll have to negotiate what could be a torrid time in the second half. That's offside for Karel Amri. Haven't really had any serious chances. Mahmoud has been pretty quiet in the goal. Mustafiq with the cross. Harris couldn't get there. Shafiq just holds on to the ball. They're getting harried here, and he's furious with his forwards, not giving him any options. They're doing well here, Singapore, closing down, putting them under pressure, and immediately losing the ball with 5 minutes left to go. Singapore in control here, 2-0 up against Malaysia. I don't think many people expected them quite to be so dominant at the moment. They have had the best chances, apart from the 2 goals. They've held on to the ball really well. It's well played. Look at that. The confidence, the sheer confidence now in the team. Shahril Ishak back to Daniel Bennett. That's poor from him. He was trying to find Shijai. This will not go down well in Malaysia. This pitch doesn't lend itself particularly to a strong passing game, but Singapore with these little triangles at the moment, dominating proceedings. Poor challenge by Safik on Harris. Harris, precocious talent, aged only 22. Mike Wong there, the assistant manager to Radi Abramovich, just in your picture. He had a few things to say. More than that in a short while. As here comes another chance to make it 3. Oh, that's a heavy touch from Karel Amri. He knows it. That really should have been number 3. Have a look at this. Did so well. And that's the easy part. Just got away from him. It's come back for Singapore. Shijai. Thought about the shot. Yes, he has it again. Straight at Khairul Fahmy. It looks like Karel Amri's on the ground at the moment. They're asking why the ball hasn't been played earlier, but to be honest, it is up to the referee. Singapore players can't really be getting upset here. Well, they don't want to be losing Karel Amri so early on in this tournament. He's worried there, Radi Abramovich. That's poor, very, very poor. Plenty of space. Shahril Sulaiman look for the quick ball. They are looking far more likely to score the next goal. It's gone deathly quiet in this stadium with all the noise they had earlier on. Singapore don't want the whistle to go at the moment. They are rampant. Malaysia will have to do something pretty special. They'll have to bring on some attacking substitutions perhaps. Hazamuddin Akil might be one player. Gone for a set piece here. Still looking unsure in defence. There'll only be one added minute of time. I think they'll be relieved to see that, to be honest with you. The Malaysians, they can try and regroup in the second half. Daniel Bennett thought he might get the ball, but they're going long now towards Karel Amri, who's done well, but no, it's going to be a goal kick. He feels that still in play. I don't think he was right though. So, half-time then, here at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. Singapore have got 2 goals thanks to their talisman, Shahril Ishak, who was a scoring sensation in the Malaysia Super League, and he's come back to haunt Malaysia again. 2 very well-taken goals. This one, wonderful ball, absolute wonderful ball from Shahril Ishak. No way he was going to miss from there. But the next goal was a poor mistake from goalkeeper Karel Fahmi. What was he trying to do? It was cleared off the line by Muhammad Fadli, but an easy finish there from Shahril Ishak. And that means at halftime here in the AFF Suzuki Cup, it's Malaysia 0, Singapore 2. Stay with us, second half action coming up. Welcome back to the second half of this AFF Suzuki Cup match between Malaysia and Singapore, the bitter rivals. Currently in this match it stands Malaysia 0, Singapore 2. Thanks to two good goals from Shahril Ishak. Just wonder whether Malaysia will do anything different. Certainly the crowd has gone very muted since then. They really hadn't had any penetration. Safi Salih, there you go, there's one of the changes. One Zak Heikel on for Shahril, who was largely anonymous. One Zak Heikel actually plays in Singapore with the Harimau Muda team, which is the Young Tigers. Singapore, Malaysia with this new experiment where they have one team in each other's league. Lions 12 play in the Malaysia Super League. That's a poor challenge, and they'll be lucky not to get a card there by Haki. Yes, and Harimau Muda play in the S League. And one Zak Heikel was actually voted Player of the Year by the Singapore fans, which was quite an achievement, really. Let's see if the 21-year-old midfielder can make a difference for his 7th cap tonight. Roger Kobal will have given them a rocket in the half-time talk. You can expect them to be attacking Singapore a lot more. From Singapore's point of view, their fans will be hoping they're not going to just sit back here and rest on their 2-0 lead. Here's Kunalan, who had flashes in the first half. Noor Shahril was the other person who impressed. Dana Bennett playing in an unfamiliar right-back role because Jumat Jantan is injured at the moment. Normally plays either left-back, which is primary role for the country, or a centre-back for his club. Singapore have not been at the sharpest over the past year, but the assistant coach Mike Wong feels that his team is ready to shine once again. We have made some changes from the last tournament. We have a lot of young players in our squad, and even Haris Harun and Chu Lee, who are quite experienced, are playing in it for the first time. Basically, we have a good balance of youth and senior players. And it's showing today. He's managed to stay on his feet there. One Zak has done well. They wanted a little bit more penetration, didn't they? And that's what he's going to give them. Or at least try to do. Looking at Shahril Ishak there. He will be delighted with this so far, Radi Avramovic, but he knows football can be a funny game. They cannot take risks right till the very end. They've got to hope that they can hold on to this lead. There's Wanzak, who's already looking lively and gets a corner. And that's well cleared by Bayhaki. Malaysians in their search to go forward just have to be a little careful of leaving themselves exposed. Kunalan with the cross. Almost getting there, Shahril Ishak. That ball almost fell kindly to Shahril Ishak. What a ball that would have been. That's what I mean, that high line is going to be a problem for Malaysia. Kunalan keeps that in. "34 years of age, Daniel Bennett, one of the most experienced members of the squad, obviously. Made his debut a long time ago, back in 2002. More than 100 caps for his country. Great servant to Singapore football. Mahaki Kaizan has been efficient today, effective. Here's Safwan. Shahril controls it but loses possession after that. Mustafik. Karafami, what a poor mistake from him earlier. He's normally so reliable. Shujai. That was a poor bit of control there from Karafami. He slipped over. Azmi still hasn't quite recovered from that challenge. Roger Gobal had said that his players were focused as he's been watching them every day in training, and he said that the focus is important for this match, and he says their performance will tell whether the focus is right or not. I'm afraid at the moment they are not looking in the right sort of direction. Again, they're passing so much better. Is that onside? Yes, it was, but Again, that high line, and with Shahril Ishak so quick, liable to spring that trap. Once again, it almost got through. Little clip there, gives Malaysia a free kick. Yeah, Raja Gopal had said he was confident in the players and have a good match against Singapore. Unfortunately, I have to say, they have been undercooked today. Very, very poor. Here's no Shahril. He is one of them that can unlock the Singapore defence. Very coolly done by Daniel Bennett. Okay, well done by Shahril. Shahril knocks that down. Shahril Ishak can't quite get there. Just wonder whether they might rest their injury-prone striker after a while and bring on the more robust, more physical presence of Alexander Duric and give Malaysia a whole different set of headaches later. For now though, it's as you were, 2-0 to Singapore. Shannon Sulaiman, Mustafik. Shahril Ishak in a deep role, but he'll keep roving around. That's poor from Daniel Bennett. They're quick to the ball, they're winning those challenges, Singapore, at the moment. Shafik's done well there. This is no Shahril. Cross coming in, but there's not enough players in the box. We'll put that down as a half chance for Malaysia and be Kain Zak. Zak Heikel is the one with the chance. There's no real power there anyway to create a problem for his one. Too quick for Mustafik. Just about everyone, I think that's handball. Well, they're going to have to take a few more chances, aren't they, Malaysia? With a header. Tries to bring it under control. He's done well there. Really well, Haris Harun. Here's Daniel Bennett. Will he deliver the cross? Oh, tried to thread that through for Shahril Ishak. Baihaki will get there first. Here's no Shahril. That's a great ball. This one thought about coming off his line. Singapore come back there. Mustafik. A bit more intent about Malaysia now in the second half. Here is Shahril Ishak. That's a great ball. Just hesitated there, Shahril Ishak. He thought he might well have been offside. thought maybe the keeper might also get there, and he hesitated. End-to-end stuff at the moment. It will be a corner for Malaysia. There's going to be a substitution here. I think it'll be a Malaysian one. Yes, it is. Mohammad Azmi goes off. Will it be another attacking substitution? No, it's not. It's Shahril Ishak, a defender for a defender. Plays for Selangor, 23-year-old, one of the arch rivals of Singapore in the Malaysia Cup. So that's 2 changes already for Malaysia. It's Shahril Ishak coming on for Mohammad Azmi Muslim. That's like for like. Interesting. Done that, maybe to give a bit more width for a fullback position. He looks beginning to look a bit tired here, perhaps, Shahril Amri. They may just want to bring on another forward. They've got Chuli, Alexander Duric, Fajrul Nawaz. Oh, they allowed Kunala to get right through there. That was quite poor defending, and it's just getting the crowd going, isn't it, at the moment? They've got to try and break up Malaysia's momentum here, or it could change the game. Here's Safi Saleh, and that's about the net total of his contribution for this game so far. Hasn't been ideal. Plays in Indonesia, by the way, for Arema. Allowed a little bit too much time with the ball, perhaps. Here's Shahril Amri. Oh dear, why didn't he go further forward? Poor decision making from Shahril. Is there a problem here? Yes, I think there is. Shahril Ishak's down. His shoulder. He's had shoulder problems in the past. It's just a little barge in there from the substitute, Shahril Ishak. Let's see who else might have to come on. Irwan Shah would be the natural substitute. Should he have to go off? The crowd unsympathetic. No surprises there. Given that they're 2 goals behind, they just want to get on with the game. Completely understandable. Earlier on there, Shahril Amri surely should have done better with his decision making, but he had a through ball, he could have advanced further. Shahril giving chase, a little nudge from Daniel Bennett, no foul. It's Shahril Ishak who's recovered and makes the clearance. Singapore can't switch off here. This is better from Malaysia overall. This is the response the crowd would have wanted to see. Raja Gopal would have wanted to see that. We still haven't got any goals. Counts for nothing if we don't get those goals. I think it was an elbow there by Bunyamin on Shajai. Now Malaysia trying to hurry things up, obviously. Singapore will take their time, understandably. 25 minutes or so to go in this game. Surprised they didn't try to swing that in with the left foot of Shahril Ishak. Not many bodies being committed in either. Singapore, I think, have decided they're not going to take too many chances. I'm not sure that's necessarily the right idea, with still a fair amount of the game to go. Going to try and use that pace of Kunalan, the young man who will test the speed of Daniel Bennett. Offside. Playing that line, remember, they can have problems here with it. As you can see, not too many Singapore players committing themselves forward. Might be quite happy to shut up shop. Happy to smash that away, Shahril Ishak. Just going to a little bit of a shell here, Singapore. Oh, I think there's a problem here. Shahril Ishak looks bad with his ankle. I think he just happened to just stamp on it. I don't think it was intentional. Oh, I think he's gone. It's been trodden over. Well, he had an escape earlier with his shoulder. And now it's his ankle. He's going to be taken off. Irwan Shah will have to come on. Bit of a blow here for Singapore, with their trusty left back having to go off. The crowd, as I said, unimpressed. Well, they'll treat him, but I wonder whether Irwan Shah will be the man to come on. Yes, it is Irwan Shah. Like for like substitution. Problems there for Singapore for future games against Indonesia, for instance, on Tuesday. Didn't take the easy option there, went for the long clearance. Not sure again whether that was the right choice. Singapore just looking a little panicky at the moment. Now on the break here, can they do something? Not many options. Well offside was Shahril Ishak. Plenty of time on the ball though. There's Irwan now, getting a touch. Oh, very well done there by Haris Harun. Going for goal. That's a really poor effort. Absolutely no power in that, but you see clouds of dust coming up from the ball. I have a feeling Karen Lumley may just have to make a move off at some point. It's really well done. This could be a chance for Malaysia. Rizwan Mahmood comes out. It wasn't offside. It looked suspiciously offside. Safi Saleh couldn't get onto it. The superstar of Indonesia, of Malaysian football. This will tell you whether... I think he was just on. That was actually decent. Must be one of their better attacks in this game. Rizwan Mahmood staying strong there. Now, look at this. Singapore in an attacking position, but only 2 red shirts in front of Shijai. Always a little bit disappointing when a team goes a little bit negative, but they are 2 goals to the good away from home. I'm just happy to hold on to the ball and pass it around. Oh dear, that's counted as a foul on Wan Zak. Didn't really see too much wrong with it. Well, maybe that's why. From Safwan, quite a little nudge there. It's a free kick. I think it's a silly foul to give. The ball was going out of play. Don't think he needed to really do that. Now, Singapore on the break here. Shahril Ishak, has he got options? He's got Karolami in front of him. Dear, but he's got the ball back again. This could be number 3, it should be. The last gasp tackle. And Shahril Ishak could have had his hat-trick. That's the best chance Singapore have had in the second half. Lovely return ball. Alexander Duric, we did speak about him, and in fact, surprisingly, it's going to be Shahril Ishak that's going to be taken off. Well, I'd be a little bit mystified by that one. The skipper goes off, probably just trying to save him for Tuesday's big game. 2-goal hero, he's done his job today. To be replaced by a man 14 years older than him, Alexander Duric. So they're going to have 2 out-and-out forwards. And this is where he could be deadly on this set piece. "42 years of age, he's still one of the fittest members of the squad. As I said, double the age of Safwan Baharuddin and Haris Harun. Incredible. He's done well there, Irwan Shah. Shadan Sulaiman. That falls kindly now. First touch for Duric. Bangs in goals for fun in the S-League. There you go. Immense strength and power. Lovely ball. Haris Harun! Oh dear. All of a sudden, Singapore have turned on the intensity. And he's got to be doing better than that, and he knows it. Rushed into a shot. But really, from there, you've got to be putting it on target at least. did think it was going to be Kyle Emery who'd be taken off just to rest him, seeing he's more injury prone, but it's the big star. That's going to be easy chance! Alexander Duric, he's only been on the pitch for 2 minutes. His reaction tells you all. Point blank range, he's never going to miss that with his head. He's so good in the air. It's 3-0. Singapore in Wonderland here. And the fans that have made the short trip will be delighted with that. Absolutely no one on Duric. That is shocking defending. Well, Bunyamin is saying, where was anyone in front of him? Well, perhaps he should have gone in there. The defence sucked in. Lovely delivery from Shahril Sulaiman. He's never going to miss from there. And Singapore, 3-0 up now, with less than 15 minutes to go. Well, we might start seeing some fans making their way out of this gargantuous arena, having given up. I don't think anyone would have imagined Singapore winning this 3-0. And it really should be game over now. That's just outside the penalty area. Irwan Shah giving that away. I think it's no, it's not Noor Shahril, it's Shafiq Rahim who will take it. Well, Zak has been useful. I think he may well have played himself into contention for the next game. There you go, as I predicted. Fans already making their way out. They've given up, and while I don't agree with their reaction, I think their analysis of this game is correct. I think it is game over unless Malaysia do something very special. They'd have to start by getting a goal here if they can. Remember, 3 teams the most likely to get through: Indonesia, Singapore and Malaysia. So goal difference could come into this, and therefore this big victory is something important. Now, Singapore lost to Malaysia 4-0 at home a few years ago in the AFF in 2002, if I recall. They'd dearly love to get revenge on that scoreline. I'll also remind you that Malaysia lost 5-0 in the AFF Suzuki Cup in their opening game against Indonesia and went on to win the tournament. So I don't think they should be too worried just yet, but doesn't help losing to one of your bitter rivals. Now, Azimuddin is a good attacking player, only back in the squad after an injury to Aidil Zakwan. He's in for Amar Rohidan. That's, of course, a very attacking substitution. Oh, will they try and go for another one? Oh, Duric dispossessed quickly. Getting a goal immediately upon coming back in. That's immense from him. Here's Shadan. He's free again. Oh, good ball through. Oh, that's a poor cross with Khairul steaming in. Kunala now with a burst of pace. I'll tell you what, Singapore, they were a little bit under pressure for a while, but all of a sudden they had a really good 5-minute spell. Great masterstroke there from Radi Avramovic. Still 3 unanswered goals. Super happy just to smash that out of play. Gobolan looks perplexed and frustrated, as do his team, and I can only imagine what the fans must be feeling at the moment. That's poor passing, sums up Malaysia today. Shajai, also with a poor pass in the end. First bit of action really for Azmuddin. They look languid at the moment, Malaysia. And it hasn't been good for them in recent weeks. Their last win was a friendly back on the 16th of November when they beat Hong Kong away 3-0, good result. Then 2 losses in a row. On the 3rd of November, they were away to Vietnam, lost 1-0. Tough game. And even tougher on the 7th of November, away to Thailand, they lost 2-0. All these warm-up matches, obviously, before the competition started. On the 14th of November, Hong Kong got some measure of revenge with a 1-1 draw. That was in the stadium. That's a bad foul by Haki on Kunalan. Got to be careful. Definitely a clip there. It's a foul, there's no doubt about it. Actually lucky perhaps not to even get a card there. Yes, a 1-1 draw with Hong Kong on the 20th of November, just last week. Just a few days ago, in fact. A pretty bad result against Bangladesh. 1-1, the Minnows. That's a terrible result. Poor Malaysia. Haris Haran has gone down. Malaysian players aren't happy, they think he's wasting time. He's an honest sort of player though. Now, can they do something from here? Comes off the wall, it'll be a corner for Malaysia. So not the best preparation. Singapore have had a bit of a mixed bag, certainly better than Malaysia though. Straight, is one. He recovers quickly. Shot coming from Adil Zafwan. He hit that on target. It's been a pretty safe pair of hands today, hasn't he? Hasn't had too many problems though, to be fair. Singapore, their last 5 matches. They lost at home to the Philippines on the 7th of September. The first time I think they lost in 20, 30 years, in fact. That was an embarrassment, I think they felt. Philippines are a very different sort of unit from what they used to be, with plenty of foreign stars now, foreign players. On the 11th of September. Oh, lovely ball through. Duric. It will be a goal kick. They drew away to Myanmar. Again, I think slightly disappointing. Back to winning ways on the 16th of October at home to India. They won 2-0. Went back to the Philippines on the 15th of November. Again, another disappointing defeat, 1-0. Twice in 2 months. But their final warm-up was a good win at home to Minnows, Pakistan on the 19th. They won 4-0. Yes, Safi Saleh, he really has been anonymous today. He's done well there, Duric, used his strength. Yashan and Sulaiman, they're just going to slow this game down. No real need to. I'd say just go for goals. They might as well. Finding some space here. Shujai. 5 minutes left to go. Happy to. That's a terrible pass from Shujai. There's a little bit of stamping going on there on Bennett. Safi Salih, 3 shots apiece. Not sure that's entirely right, but if that's true, then Singapore made all their shots count. I recall, of course, that one of the shots went on target. That was from Haris Harun earlier. Remember, the last time these two sides played was a 2-0 win for Malaysia here in the stadium in a friendly in that Causeway Challenge. Now, that was the first time Singapore lost to Malaysia in 8 years. Mike Wong, the assistant coach, insisted that a good record against Malaysia in recent meetings means little to him. Every game is a new football game for us, he said, and our past history doesn't count. It's a crucial game against the hosts, but it's not a good record against them in the past that gives us added confidence. It's our preparation. Can Djuric do it again? Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Oh, I think the flag came up for offside. That was a big let-off there for Khairul Fahmi. Let's have another look at this. Yes, he was offside. But I tell you what, Khairul Fahmi wasn't to know that, and it would have been a penalty. That high line has not helped them today. Time and again, Singapore have broken through. Really, the Singapore defence has not been tested tonight by this pretty toothless Malaysian attack. They've had flashes, but nothing to worry anyone, really. Yes, going back to what Mike Wong had said, it's a crucial game, gives us confidence if we've done well. It's our preparation that stands us in good stead, gets us ready for this tournament. We've played Malaysia quite a bit over the past 2 years, so both sets of players know each other well. It all depends on what happens on Sunday and who has the right attitude and is in the right frame of mind. There's no pressure in Singapore. We're just going to do our job. Obviously, Malaysia will have a big crowd supporting them, so if they don't come at us, then probably they might feel pressurised by them, and I think he's right. Shujai flashing over again. Had more time than he thought, perhaps. Yeah, the record bears this out, because in the last 14 internationals played by these two sides, Malaysia have only won that one game, as we said, the one a few months ago in June. There have been 7 draws, as you'd expect, these derby matches. But Singapore have won 6. So just one win for Malaysia in that time. Interesting, though, despite that one win, Malaysia have managed 17 goals. Singapore have managed 20. So there haven't been too many goals there for Singapore in those wins, but they've got those results, though. In this stadium, 7 games played, 1 win for Malaysia, as we talked about, 4 draws, 2 wins for Singapore, and surprisingly, despite having more wins, Malaysia have scored more goals. 8 goals as opposed to Singapore's 7. It's a good record that Singapore have, and that record set to continue. Nothing's going their way here at the moment, Malaysia. They've had little flashes, but just not troubling the defence enough. That was unnecessary. Rizwan Mahmood, fantastic hands again. And that pretty much is it, you'd feel. Singapore could have scored more tonight. Malaysia will feel just a little lucky they haven't conceded more goals. Shujai takes his time, little too casual, will win the free kick. Conceded by Wanzak. Now just trying to see how much added time there will be. 3 minutes. Malaysia just want the whistle to go. The diehards will stay back, of course. Last change there. Another striker coming on, Fazrul Nawaz, to replace Shujai. They brought another striker on just now and he scored. Will Fazrul do the same? 27-year-old now Fazrul plays for Singapore Armed Forces. They could have brought on a holding midfielder like Isa Halim, they chose not to. Or even Firdaus Kasman, also another holding midfielder. Or even Hafiz Rahim or Zulfami Harafin, but they didn't choose to do that. They've a nice young squad here in Singapore. Free kick here to Malaysia. Well, Malaysia have to go for it in their next game against Laos. That's 8:45 local time kickoff on the 28th. And I think they've left just the vagaries of the fixtures haven't gone their way, because their last game is against Indonesia, a game they will almost definitely have to win to get through. And that could be a tough one. You always want to end on a soft note, so you know what you need to do in that game. That's on the 1st of December, 8:45 again. Here's Fazrul Nawaz, his first real touch of the ball. Too much on that from Karalamri. Singapore on the 28th. They play Indonesia early kickoff, 6 o'clock before this game. That'll be a tough game. Could even afford to possibly draw that or lose it, because their final game is on the 1st of December as against Laos. It really isn't Malaysia's day today. Nor Shahril, who's been one of the few bright sparks, looked to have possibly got a consolation. The first time they've really tested the keeper and their goalmouth. But it looked like he'd done enough. And that sums up what's been a very poor night for Malaysia. Not only have they lost, they've been thrashed by their bitter rivals, Singapore, after 2 great goals from Shahril Ishak, their goal hero. And then as soon as he came on, after a mistake, by the way, by that man, the captain, the goalkeeper rather, Khairul Fahmi, and then Alexander Duric came on as a substitute. Within 2 minutes, the 42-year-old notched up another goal. Here's a quick look at the 2 goals again. Lovely finish. What a ball from Shaiful Essa, and Shahril Ishak finished well. This was a terrible mistake from the goalkeeper, punching backwards. Cleared off the line by Fadli, but easy finish there. Shahril Ishak, a gift really. And this was the 3rd goal. Nice cross, easy finish for Duric, but who was there to take hold of him, to mark him? A poor start from Malaysia, but they had this before and they won the championship, so don't count your chickens just yet. Final score here at the Bukit Jalil Stadium: Malaysia 3, Singapore 0.